After I left Starfleet, I made it my life's work to reunite the Romulans with their Vulcan brothers. For many years, I lived among them and waged a campaign of peace. Lived long. And 21 years ago, the star of the Hova system went supernova and sent a wave of devastation across the quadrant. I promised to save the Romulan homeworld. I failed. The planets Romulus and Remus were destroyed. Countless billions were killed. My home, my friends, my life, all are memories. Time does not stop for one man, and neither does history. The chaos in Romulan space gave the Klingon Empire an opportunity to expand its territory. Jimpak, the Chancellor of the High Council, traded diplomacy for the tip of a blade. Only in battle, Jimpak says, is a Klingon truly Klingon. The Federation did its utmost to preserve its alliance with the Klingons, but war was inevitable. The Romulans want revenge for their lost world. The Dominion is rebuilding its forces. Now the Borg have reappeared, and the Alpha Quadrant balances on the edge of ruin. The fate of the galaxy rests in your hands.
This is the time we have pinpointed in your timeline, sir. This is when you go back and give yourself this. You'll know what to say. You've already heard yourself say it. It doesn't matter if it's exactly right. The time stream will work itself out. Just make sure you give yourself this. It's our best hope for the future of the galaxy. You'll return to this exact point in time as soon as you have done what you need to do. The galaxy still needs you, Admiral. Ready?
Welcome to Star Trek Online. Today is graduation day, and you soon will be embarking on your training cruise, where the bulk of the ship is manned by cadets like yourself. This People you can interact with have icons above their heads. You can press the interaction key, Default F, to talk with them.
Finally, I was beginning to think you forgot what today was. Of course, I was first in line. Oh, before I forget, I think Rasky is just ahead. He wanted to thank you for helping him cram for the Astrometrics final.
There you are. I wanted to thank you for helping me pass that final. And for all the other times you've helped me. I've always admired you. I hope Starfleet recognizes all you've done to lead our class. What ship did you get? Good luck. Before you report to Lieutenant Farah and get your assignment, you should find Tvrel. She wanted to talk to you. She's just up the pathway.
Greetings. It was good of you to encourage me to retake the linguistics final. I was willing to accept my original results, but you saw that I was not at my best that day. My score increased by 12.8% on the second attempt, well within my standard norms. Now I am qualified to serve as both a science officer and a communications officer. Morik would like to see you as well. He is ahead of us on the path. Live long and prosper.
Shows you where your objectives are. An arrow will appear on the minimap if you are far away from your objective.
There you are! Getting excited yet? Once we finish our training cruise, we'll all be full-fledged ensigns. The buzz is, Captain Taggart hasn't named all of his senior staff yet. From what I heard, the advanced phaser training simulation is tripping people up. Good afternoon, Cadet. What can I do for you? Yes, I have the complete assignment list here. Name? Let's see. Interesting. Report to Captain Taggart. He's in the office behind me. You're going to have to ask him.
The direction of your objectives also appears on your compass. Objects you can interact with have a glow around them. Press F to interact with a doorbell to notify Captain Taggart of your presence.
Come. Cadet. I did. I've been following your progress here at the Academy, and I must say, I'm impressed. I'm just looking at your final test scores, but I don't see your results for the Advanced Phaser Training Program. I want everyone on my senior staff to run that program, and I want to see good results, no exceptions. I did. Like I said, I've been following your career here at the Academy. If you complete that program, I can put you on my bridge. I'll ask my tactical officer to set it up. Another fine cadet like yourself. Her scores were almost as good as yours, but her record has a few blemishes. Still, I'm sure Cadet Flores will settle down and become a fine officer someday. I'll tell Flores to meet you out in the quad. Talk to her to start the phaser training, and I'll see you when you're finished. You're dismissed, Cadet.
I got the tactical officer spot. Just what I wanted. Where'd you end up? You never did that? I thought you were Miss Extra Credit. Everyone knows that Captain Taggart expects all his top people to pass that program. Don't worry, you'll do fine. Come on, I'll take you to the holodeck and set it up. Seems most of our class ended up on Captain Taggart's ship. Have you seen the whales in San Francisco Bay? I never seem to spot them. I sometimes forget that Boothby is a hologram. He seems like such a fixture here at Starfleet Academy.
To sprint, tap the shift key while moving.
Last one of the console buys the first round tonight! Setting up the training program now. I hope Holodeck 2 is your lucky holodeck. Shoot stuff, don't die. Pretty basic, really. It's standard stuff. The program runs a variation on Mako assault training. Phasers are in the lockers by the holodecks. You can grab one there.
Press the V key to scan the area. Your tricorder will point you toward your nearest objective. The pistol has been automatically equipped. Move to the center of the room. In combat, right-click on a target to fire your weapon. Now a Delta recruit. You have a unique trait that gives bonus dilithium ore to you and your teammates. As a Delta recruit, you will be able to earn many additional rewards as you complete later missions. Press H to holster and draw your weapon.
Well done, Cadet. You're not going to break the Academy record, but your score was more than satisfactory. Absolutely. I have a new first officer. Congratulations. Yes, you should be proud of your accomplishments here, Cadet. You have a promising career ahead of you in Starfleet.
First officer, way to go! Just a little jealous, I'll admit. At least now you'll get to boss us all around like you've always wanted. You'll do great. But we should head up to the shuttle bay. Everyone else is waiting there for the ceremonial send-off toast.
Remember, your objective locations can also be found on your compass as well as your minimap. Now hear this. All cadets report to shuttle bay to prepare for departure.
Okay, all of the senior staff is waiting by the bar. I'm sure everyone's a bit nervous, this being our first real assignment and all. So, I'm expecting an inspiring speech out of you. Something heartwarming. Make Tavrel cry. This mission could just determine the rest of our careers. No pressure. I'll meet you over there.
Please board your shuttles.
Are you ready to head to the ship?
I can't believe we're finally doing this. Oh, look at that. The USS Vesta, first of her class. She's got subsystem targeting, a crew of 750, auxiliary phaser cannons, and even a quantum field focus controller. I can't wait to captain one someday. But here's our ship. Miranda class, 200 crew, 2 forward weapon mounts, 1 aft. Average speed, warp 5.0. She is a tough little ship, though. I think I like her. We're the final shuttle to arrive. We need to get to the bridge. I'm going to check in and then head for the bridge. See you there.
Name and position? I have your record right here, sir. Welcome to the ship. Captain Taggart is waiting for you on the bridge. Use the turbolift behind me. It will take you directly there.
Welcome to the bridge, number one. Early in my career, I served with a captain who called his first officer that. I always liked it. As my number one, I expect you to ensure my orders are carried out, and to advise me on the best course of action in any situation. But first, we need to get out of dry dock, get clearance from control, and close the shuttle bay doors, then disable the tractor moorings.
Earth Traffic Control has cleared us to depart, sir.
Very good, number one.
Shuttle bay doors are closed, sir.
Very good, number one. Potter, take us out. 1/4 impulse. Just checking to see if you were paying attention, number one. Potter, take us out. Maximum thrusters.
To sit, right-click on the chair you wish to sit in.
Cleared from dry dock, Captain.
Good. Let's start with something easy. Set course for Vulcan.
Course lead in, sir.
Engage.
Captain, I am picking up a distress call from the SS Break-Even. Audio only.
Let's hear it, Tyrell.
This is the Break-Even. Can you hear me? So our work order's failing? We could really use some help here.
Let them know we're on our way. Potter, lay in a rendezvous course.
Altering course, sir. ETA 3 minutes.
Transporter room. Prepare to beam over survivors.
Sir, Census can't read anything in the vicinity of the break-even.
Communications are out as well.
Keep trying to hail them, Tyrell. Number one, let's discuss the situation. You heard the distress call, number one. What do you think we should do? Absolutely not. We're the closest ship to the break-even, so it's our duty to assist. Good. What do you advise? We don't have that kind of time, number one. I agree. Flores, raise shields. Number one, get down to the transporter room. You'll oversee the rescue effort from there.
I'm getting some weird readings. I can't get a solid lock. There may be interference. Trying to compensate. I think I have it. This is a lot different than the training scenarios. Beaming them over now. Klingons!
This vessel is now property of Captain Kadek of the IKS Jaunt.
Stop! Security is reporting disruptor fire in the transporter room, and Klingon transporter signatures are showing up all over the ship. They're boarding us. You have the command codes to unlock an armory near your position. Arm yourself, and any security team members you find. We still have weapons. I'll do what I can. For now, I need you to concentrate on getting those Klingons off my ship. Taggart out.
Go to the armory locker in this room and interact with it to get a better weapon. You can switch between two equipped weapons by pressing Z. You can do extra damage to enemies by flanking them. Try attacking your enemies on their side. Item has dropped from you. Move towards the item and press F to loot it. You have recovered a hypo spray. You can use this to quickly heal any damage you may have seen.
Number one, we're doing our best to cripple this Klingon marauder, but I need your help. Time to show off that academy training.
Sometimes missions specialized to your career class are available. Press C to crouch. Crouching is a defensive bonus against ranged attacks, but increases damage from melee attacks. Press X to aim your weapon. Aiming your weapon gives a bonus to damage.
Number one, we've got injured up here and the Klingons could send a boarding party at any time. I need you back on the bridge.
Go see to the bridge. We will secure this area.
Incoming transmission from the Klingons.
This is Captain Kadek of the IKS Chant. You may have forced my boarding parties off your decks, but our ship remains cloaked. You have no hope of finding us or defeating us. Your choice is simple. Surrender, or we will kill your captain and then destroy your ship. Perhaps your captain will change your mind. Order your crew to surrender, Captain, or I will blow them out of the sky. It's your choice, Captain. Do you want these children to die?
Very well.
Number 1. You are now the captain of the ship. Your orders...
Your orders are to lock onto my combat and fire!
Toza!
Make me proud.
We have target lock, Captain.
Direct hit! Casualties on all decks! Shields! Shields! Fire all weapons! Weapons and shields are offline! Ah! Close and begin repairs!
We've lost their signal. What now? We survived. But the Captain Taggart knew what would happen. And he gave the order anyway. Ultimate sacrifice. One that we all might be called to make someday. He trusted you to take command. All we can do now is survive. And remember him.
Alyssa Flores is now your bridge officer. Bridge officers add abilities to your ship in space and accompany you on away missions on the ground.
All decks reporting in, sir. We took some casualties, and sickbay is full. All ship systems have taken some damage, but some are worse than others. Life support is stable, but anything else could be an issue.
I have been trying to get a distress call out, Captain, but something is jamming all frequencies.
She's still cloaked, but I think she took some real damage. We're in rough shape too, Captain.
Still running diagnostics, sir. Took us some time to get the systems back online.
Hailing the break-even now, Captain.
Well, this is awkward. You're angry. I can see that. Understandable. Before this gets too carried away, hear me out. I had to send that distress signal. My options were limited while a Klingon was pointing a disruptor at my head. The Klingons were thorough. They even damaged my warp drive to make things look convincing. I'll never make it to safety on impulse. Don't suppose you could lend me a hand here? I'd rather not be around if the Klingons come back.
Increase your speed using E. Decrease your ship speed by using Q. Use W and S to move up or down. Use A and D to turn left or right.
Helm, full stop. I've stopped us this time, sir, but from now on, you'll be responsible for adjusting the speed of the ship.
Looks like she just needs 3 or 4 warp induction coils. We have plenty of those to spare.
Position yourself near the ship and press F to interact with it.
Well, looks like we're on our own. At least they said thank you, I guess. About that cloaked ship full of Klingons?
Almost done, Captain. Level 2 diagnostic shows that almost all of the plasma injectors are damaged beyond repair. Not enough. Plasma injectors are made to withstand quite a beating, but I think the Klingons specifically sabotaged them when they boarded us. It's an easy way to cripple a ship. I'm installing what spares we have, but we're short 3 injectors. Without them, we can't go to warp.
We're not the first ship the Klingons have hit here. There's wreckage all over this region. I can scan the derelicts and see if any of them have intact plasma injectors. Bingo! I found some suitable debris in the boneyard nearby. Destroy 3 of those nacelles, and we should get the parts we need.
Press the space bar to fire energy weapons. An item has dropped for you. Move towards the item and press F to loot it.
Digging through scraps we've left behind.
Yeah, that guy's getting annoying.
These plasma injectors will do the trick, sir. Gorgeous technology. Type R, if I had to guess. 3.7 liter flow with shielded reservoirs and a drop flow induction coil converter and... You have your problems, I have mine. I'll need some time to get everything installed and run a level 1 diagnostic. We don't want to blow up the moment we hit warp 1.
Zarva's dealing with the Warp Corp, but until she's done, we're still stranded out here with no way to call for help. Oh, don't forget the cloaked Klingon battlecruiser. It's probably making repairs faster than we are. Of course we can. We're the class of 2409. Tivrel has been working with the engineers, and they've pinpointed the locations of several Klingon signal jammers. That's what blocked our communications during the ambush. I recommend that we destroy the jamming satellites. We'll be able to get a call out to Starfleet then.
You must be within 10 kilometers of an enemy to attack it. Use your laser rings to attack shielded targets.
Nice shot! 2 more jamming satellites left.
Use your torpedoes on an enemy when their shield is down.
I haven't forgotten about you. Think your ship can take a couple more hits.
Long-range communications are operational, sir. Shall I send the distress signal?
That Klingon ship took some real damage. I'll bet she's leaking plasma all over the place. We might be able to use that to find them. Understood. I'd rather not die to Klingons on my first day. Got it. I can trace the plasma signature right to the source. I'll send the source of the plasma signature to navigation. It will show up on the map. It's pretty far out, sir. We should use the ship's full impulse power to reach it. This will temporarily take power from other systems, but vastly improve our speed. Once we drop out of full impulse, the power will return to other systems.
I can make your death swift.
Activate full impulse by clicking on the arrow. Deactivate full impulse by clicking on it again.
Multiple birds of prey decloaking.
Think you can catch me? Go ahead and try.
Activate high-yield torpedo by clicking on the icon or pressing Alt and 1. High-yield torpedo will increase the power of your next torpedo attack. This is the firing arc for the rear phaser banks. Note that both the forward and rear phasers have an overlapping arc of fire on the sides of your ship. Firing at enemies within the overlapping portion of your firing arcs is known as broadsiding. This allows both the forward and rear phaser banks to fire on the same target at the same time, increasing your damage output. Federation captains who prefer beam bank weapons favor the broadside technique and will often circle their target, keeping them within the broadside arc at all times. Your ship is outfitted with phaser beam banks. These weapons have a 270-degree firing arc. This is the firing arc for the forward phaser banks.
Zarva needs more time to get the plasma injectors installed. Try not to break anything else.
transmission, sir. It is from Starfleet.
Put some distance between yourself and exploding ships.
This is Captain Nog of the USS Chimera. Do you require assistance? Pretty bold move to come this far into Federation territory, even for Klingons. Where is Captain Taggart? And did you follow his orders? I see. And you're the acting captain. Right. Well done, Cadet. Looks like your ship is in need of repairs. Set a course for Earth space dock. We'll get you back in one piece. Believe me, Cadet, if he comes back looking for a fight, he'll get one. In the meantime, set a course for our position. Chimera out. USS Kittimer that... Wait, hold on. My comms officer informs me that we're unable to contact the Kittimer. Not good. I'm going to the coordinates to see if they need help, and I want you to accompany me. Consider this a field promotion, Cadet.
We're here, Captain. The USS Kittimer is dead ahead. Our orders are to make contact with the Kittimer and find out why they've not responded to our hails.
Yes, sir. I will require approximately 15 seconds to make the necessary adjustments.
What are you both doing here?
We weren't able to contact you earlier. We were escorting these cadets back to Earth space dock after they were ambushed by Klingons. Under the circumstances, I thought it wise to investigate your situation here.
I'm relieved to see both of you. The anomalies must be interfering with our communications. Where is Captain Taggart?
The cadets were ambushed by Klingons. Captain Taggart was killed in the attack, and the ship is under the command of this cadet. The Chimera was escorting them back to Earth space dock, but when we couldn't contact you, I decided to alter course and investigate. What's the situation here, Captain Nim?
I'm troubled by the anomalies in this system, and if they're affecting long-range communications, then they're doubly a cause for concern. Let's do this by the numbers. We've already launched 9 probes. Now that they're active, we can do an in-depth scan of the anomalies. With all 3 ships collecting data, we should be able to complete this quickly and formulate a course of action. Any questions? You're quite confident for a cadet. You remind me a bit of myself when I was an ensign. Of course, I wasn't commanding a ship back then. Let's see how you perform before you start claiming that chair full-time.
You can set your ship's power levels to have a focus on attack, defense, speed, or balance.
Reports indicate traces of gamma radiation, but there's something off in the readings.
Kittimer here. Are you seeing the same gamma radiation levels that we are? I'm not sure that a normal scan will be enough. We might need to do a full multiphasic reading. My Chief Science Officer, Commander Davis, had suggested the same thing, but it seems you're already aware of it. Good work. We'll perform a reverse tachyon pulse wave and see if that solves the issue. Report your findings once your final scan is complete.
Deflector dish is realigned for reverse tachyon pulse wave, sir. Picking up a transwarp signature. It's right on top of us! The Borg!
Lower your shields and prepare to be boarded. All life forms will be assimilated.
The Kittimer is under attack. Use full impulse to reach her quickly.
Activate full impulse by clicking on the arrow. Deactivate full impulse by clicking on it again.
From this time forward, your culture will adapt to service ours.
This is the emergency medical hologram aboard the USS Kittimer. I am requesting assistance from any Federation vessel in range. I've lost contact with the bridge. I am unable to contact Commander Davis for new instructions. The Kittimer is being overwhelmed by Borg boarding parties. These Borg are different than the ones in my history records. They seem disconnected somehow. They're strange, but still quite dangerous. I am an emergency medical hologram, not a miracle worker.
The Borg did some serious damage on the Kittimer. The EMH might be in command because no one else is fit to do so. I don't like this. The Borg haven't been seen in this quadrant for decades. This isn't a coincidence. We need the data from those probes. I'll send teams to aid the Kittimer. I want you to finish the scans. We need to know the extent of the Borg presence here. And Cadet, if you or your crew are unable to tackle this, speak up now. The Borg can rattle veteran Starfleet officers, and you've already gone up against the Klingons today.
We're scared. We all studied Admiral Janeway's Borg tactics, but no one thought we'd have to use them so soon. I know we need to be ready for the day when we're alone against the Collective. The counselors are already working with the crew. Do you want them to convey a message from you? Understood. I'll tell the crew what you said and set a course for the next anomaly. If the Borg show up again, we'll be ready.
I've linked the Iota point to your map. Scan there while we see to the Kittimer. Send us the data so we can begin our analysis. We have your data, and our science team is analyzing it now. Our tactical teams have eliminated the Borg boarding parties on the Kittimer. Why do you ask?
There is an 88.47% chance that you will need my help. I have 75 million gigaquads of computer memory and an extensive library of files on military tactics and command strategies. I believe I can spare a few bits of processing power for you.
Borg transwarp signatures detected. This is it. Get ready for combat.
They're firing. I need help.
Borg before, we can do it again. You are Starfleet officers. You're prepared for this.
Multiple Borg warp signatures detected. It's an invasion force. We're outnumbered. There's no way we can...
The Borg are leaving, most likely for a more strategic target. Concentrate fire on the remaining sphere. Now! We can do this!
Direct hit.
Okay, Cadet. Here's how I see it. The Borg are using the Pollux system as a staging area. Our long-range sensors are picking up inbound transwarp signatures. Their most likely target is the Vega system. There is a civilian colony there, and if the Borg take it by surprise, they'll have a large population to turn into drones. I want you to go to the Vega colony and warn them about the Borg. The Chimera is better equipped to hold off further Borg attacks and assist the Khitomer here. We'll do what we can to delay the Borg, but it's gonna be up to you to warn the Vega colonists.
We have to make our way to Vega as soon as we can, Captain. I just hope we're not too late to warn the colony. Are you ready to go?
Certain missions allow you to remotely hail your contact by clicking on the hail icon along the right side of the mission tracker.
You need to warn the Vega colony about the Borg. We'll do what we can to hold off the Borg here and repair the Khitomer. Good luck.
Congratulations,
You are
Lieutenant.
now in sector space. Here ships travel at warp speed between systems. Combat does not take place in sector space.
Hello again. Glad you survived that business with the Klingons. I'll be honest, I didn't like your chances. Starfleet cadets against veteran Klingon warriors? Pretty long odds. No offense. Still, you got me out of a jam there. And as much as I hate to admit it, I owe you. Have some access to valuable services. On the house.
We arrived before the Borg. Now my heart can start beating again. What are your orders, Captain? Tivrel managed to establish a comm link with Willa Post, the administrator of Vega Colony. It's not a great signal, but it's the best we're gonna get. Putting her through now.
Greetings, Captain. Is there something I can do for you today? Repeat, please. Your signal is breaking up. Did you say the Borg? What about them?
I have lost contact with Vega Colony, sir. Something is blocking all subspace signals in this area. Even our hails to the civilian ships are not getting through. There is a communication satellite nearby. It should boost our signal sufficiently to inform the freighters of the danger and warn the colony. Our hails are still blocked, sir. The Borg may be attempting to isolate the planet before they land. Your orders, sir.
Borg are jamming up any remote signals. It's not safe to beam through that. I think I can boost the gain, though.
Transwarp conduits opening all over the system, Captain. The Borg are here. Those civilian ships are right in the Borg's path. We have to help them.
Captain, I have short-range communications. Long-range signals are still blocked. I can contact the planet and have informed Administrator Post of the situation. However, the Borg have already landed and are moving toward the colony. It may be more prudent to retreat back to the Chimera, sir.
Borg landing craft detected nearby. Captain, there are civilian ships engaging them.
I believe I can send a message to those ships.
Civilian ships, you are ordered to disengage and retreat. We will cover you.
Roger that, Starfleet. All ships, fall back.
All civilian ships have safely warped out of the system, Captain. Captain, the Borg have landed, and the colony won't be able to hold them off for long. I recommend beaming down to Vega and getting as many people out as we can.
Choose your away team for your next mission. Your choices for who will be on your away team will grow as you recruit more bridge officers.
Captain, according to our readings, over half the planet is already assimilated by the Borg. At the rate they're progressing, the region we're in will be overrun in roughly 1 hour. And if that wasn't bad enough, the interference is affecting the ship's transporters. No, sir. I'll follow your lead. That's one of those Borg ships from orbit. We too late? Those landing ships don't just carry drones. They can pump nanoprobes directly into the ground and the atmosphere. We need to hurry. The Borg will be in this area soon.
Thank you. We didn't know if anyone from Starfleet got our distress signal, and we don't have any weapons. But we do have some spare armor suits for you and your officer. They're in the crates next to the gate. This code will open the gate. Please, Administrator Post and some of the others are still there. You have to save them.
Press the U key to view your status or the status of your ship and bridge officers.
Oh no, we're too late.
We have the civilians. There is still no sign of the Renown or the Kittimer, sir.
I apologize for Koles putting a rifle in your face. If it wasn't for him, the Borg would have assimilated me by now. What's the situation? Are you bringing more Starfleet reinforcements? I see. Then it's true. Vega is doomed. A single starship cannot hope to stop this. Still, there is more to do. Many citizens are hiding in their homes. We cannot abandon them to the Borg. I know. Koles and I have been trying to get around the interference field. Thank you for tagging the people you found and getting them safely transported to your ship. No, there are dozens more hiding out in the buildings. But Koles and I have a plan. We think a pattern enhancer will do the trick. With that, we can transport the remaining citizens to your ship. But first, I'd like to offer you some equipment. Vega was a trade colony, and this gear was intended to go to Starbase 65. I think you need it more.
We have lowered shields for the transporters, sir. I will need to raise them at the first sign of Borg ships.
The pattern enhancers are working, and not a moment too soon. I can hear the Borg moving this way. I'll do that. How long do you think you can hold off the Borg?
Remember when we thought fighting a crazed Klingon was the worst thing that could happen today?
Concentrate fire on the Borg. We need to keep them away from the civilians.
Another group of civilians has beamed to the ship, Captain.
Shields are back up, sir, but more Borg vessels are warping to our location. We have detected a type of generator near your position. There is a 94.6% chance it is the device affecting our transporters. If you can destroy it, we will transport as many people from the area as we are able.
Thank you for everything you've done. Even though it was impossible to save everyone, those you did save will be forever in your debt.
Glad to do anything I can. I was born on Vega. There's no way I'm sitting by and letting the Borg take it without a fight.
All right, Koles, you're gonna see friends who've been assimilated.
I know the drill. Just never expected any Borg here. I knew that one. We played poker last night.
We need to disable that force field. The Borg are activating the transport inhibitor. We need to disable that force field. The Borg are so, what's the word? Effective? Systematic? Evil. I'm gonna go with evil.
We are the Borg. Resistance is futile.
The ship is transporting anyone they can get a lock on, Captain, but we don't have much time. We need to get back as soon as possible. We're packed to the brim with civilians, Captain. I don't think we could fit one more soul on this ship. Communications are still jammed. The immediate problem is the civilian ships in this system. Vega's a huge trading outpost. There are always ships traveling here. We need to warn them the Borg have taken over. Possibly, but what we need to do is hightail it out of here with these civilians. Of course, the path to the satellites does lead away from the planet, so we could remotely reconfigure them as we leave. The message won't get very far, but anyone who enters the system will get the signal and be able to turn around before it's too late. Multiple probes inbound. I don't think the Borg like us hanging around. Never thought I'd wish I was back at the Academy studying for the Astrometrics final.
From this time forward, your culture will adapt to service ours.
Sir, there are several fast-moving ships on sensors. No way to contact them, and I can't tell if they're friend or foe.
Lower your shields and prepare to be boarded. All life forms will be assimilated.
A cube? Guess it's our time to go out in a blaze of glory.
Great work! Now, let's finish this! We held off what we could in Pollux and sent a signal out to Starfleet. These were the closest ships. Others will be arriving as soon as they can. You've been doing a great job so far. Reconfiguring the satellites into warning beacons was excellent thinking, by the way. We received the signal as soon as we arrived in the system. That's going to save a lot of lives. It's an option for sure. Right now, I need you to protect the civilians you have on board and ensure the safety of your crew. The Kittimer will return to Earth Space Dock with you. Once you arrive, report to Admiral Quinn. He'll have more information for you. You and your crew have done well. Koles will make a fine addition to your senior staff.
Congratulations,
We need to
Lieutenant.
get the civilians to safety. And I don't think I can handle any more excitement.
Starfleet welcomes its allies from the Romulan Republic to Earth Space Dock. Harris Shuttle arriving at Docking Bay 6.
We have a lot to discuss, Cadet. Yes, I see that here in the report transmitted by Captain Nog. He granted you a field promotion to give you seniority over the rest of the active crew of your ship. As a cadet, you were assigned to an Academy training cruise under Captain Mask Taggart, correct? Acting First Officer? I've read the reports. Facing off against Klingon raiders and a Borg invasion force within hours of leaving Starfleet Academy? Very unusual. In your own words, tell me what happened out there. That's quite the story. Don't worry. I have statements here from Captains Nog and Yim and Administrator Post from Vega Colony corroborating your story. All three of them cite your bravery and command skills, as well as you and your crew's willingness to put yourselves in harm's way to preserve the lives of others. And you're exactly the kind of officer Starfleet needs. I know your ship might not be the Enterprise, but I think you've proven yourself capable of sitting in her captain's chair. Under normal circumstances, it would take you years of work to get your own command. But these are not normal circumstances. We're at war with the Klingon Empire. The Borg have returned. I'm losing more trained officers and ships than I can spare. Ships we can build, but leaders with courage and honor, those are harder to find. It's time to try something different. I need someone who can handle themselves in a crisis and get the best out of their crew. Even though you're young, I think you're that person. I hereby promote you to the rank of lieutenant and give you command of the ship. Don't disappoint me.
Condition Alpha. Repeat. Condition Alpha.
Unfortunately, Vega is lost. Starfleet Command will meet with Federation President Enoch Okeg and the Federation Council to determine our next steps. For now, Starfleet vessels will patrol the outskirts of the Vega system to ensure no Borg escape. Do you have any further questions? Captain Taggart was a good man and a fine officer. He knew what he was doing when he issued that order. Don't dwell on what happened. Your actions saved the lives of your crew, not to mention the civilians you were able to evacuate from Vega Colony. Now it's up to you and your crew to honor Taggart's sacrifice as you carve out your own legacy. Do you have any further questions? You will be assigned to the Klingon front, but first, you could use some new equipment for your ship. I have some improved consoles developed by the Starfleet Corps of Engineers. These consoles can be installed on your ship to improve its abilities. As you improve in rank, you will earn better consoles. Other ships you will command throughout your career will have space for many more. When you're done here, go see Dur's racks to customize your starship's appearance. We have a diplomatic mission for you. An important Vulcan ambassador is traveling from his homeworld to the monastery at Pajem. Capturing the ambassador would be a major coup for the Klingons or Orions, so we're assigning you to make sure everything goes smoothly. You are to escort Ambassador Soketh to Pajem. Please meet him at Vulcan. Once you locate him, speak with him about the transport mission. Do whatever is necessary to keep him safe. Greetings, how can I assist you today? Or in the future? Well, where do I start? I'm 157 years old. But that's only because I spent 90 years caught in a temporal distortion in the Typhon Expanse, serving as an ensign under Captain Morgan Bateson on the USS Bozeman. Much of the crew of the Bozeman found it difficult to integrate back into Starfleet. So much had changed. The Temporal Intelligence Agency took in many of my shipmates, due to our first-hand knowledge of events that occurred in the past. So, that's where I ended up. An encounter, you say? Something temporal in nature, I assume. That's protocol in these sorts of cases, but rarely do Starfleet officers actually follow through. I can do a quick scan for chronoton radiation. That will tell me what I need to know. I am getting some light chronoton radiation from you. You were exposed to someone from the future, it seems. But not too far. By these readings, I'd say a maximum of 18 months from the day you encountered them. That's not entirely out of the question. There's been a steady flow of new starship captains and field promotions in the wake of all the crises going on in the galaxy. Someone like yourself could definitely be an admiral in a relatively short amount of time. This looks to be a Tesseract-based receiver. Where did you get it? I see. You're not the first to receive one of these from the future. Admiral Archer had a similar device when he was captain of the First Enterprise. These are used to send back information, and in some cases, physical objects from the future. I believe that if you were to do specific tasks that benefit the future, items useful to you could be sent back in time for you to use.